Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. This is Connor Simmons joined with Kate. Kate, go ahead and talk and test out the mic real quick.
Testing, testing. This is Kate Cherney.
Yep, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Zach, can you hear us? It's a test.
This is a KUGR sports production,
Good pass down low to Airstrip, and he scores off the glass.
giving you play-by-play coverage of all your favorite WSU athletics.
He doesn't get it! He stops at the line!
Football, basketball, baseball, hockey, and more.
Absolutely electrifying play from Washington State to get him right back in this game.
Follow us on YouTube at KUGR Sports to listen to every game live.
Oh my goodness, are you kidding me?
Never miss a moment with the best in the West. KUGR, the student voice of the Palouse.
Gets the Cougs on the board with less than 20 seconds remaining in this first period. Here come the Cougs.
And now, back to the game.
You're listening to Cougar Hockey on KUGR.
A 10-0 win by the Washington Huskies that led in front of the biggest Pac-8 crowd of all time with 4,700 people. I'm Connor Simmons, joined in the booth with Kate Cherney for an exciting scrimmage matchup between the WSU Cougars and the Washington Huskies. A very sad outcome here for the WSU Cougars last night, but it led to a very dominant win by the Huskies. Kate, let's just talk about that game real fast before the scrimmage takes off.
Definitely. I think it was a tough loss for the Cougars, but as Johnny Lupinacci said when we talked to him, it's a learning experience and it's something to leave in the past. They have had really close games with UW. We're going to see a lot of players on the ice for this scrimmage as they are bringing more and more in. I don't know exactly what UW is going to be doing, but WSU is going to be out for blood. They did not want to lose 10-0, and this is their redemption.
Well, something that we should probably bring up is this scrimmage doesn't count towards any records. All the stats that go up don't count whatsoever. And with that being in mind, Alexi Cool exited the game maybe performance-wise, but also for an injury. And he's going to be in the net tonight, so I think this game means more than a statement. It shows the Cougars it was an embarrassing outcome, especially in front of so many people. It was the biggest Pac-8 game of all time here in the Toyota Center. And there was more, and it technically was a home game for the Cougars, and there was more Cougar fans here at the game, and it was just, like, you can't really butch it. It was an embarrassing outcome. So the Cougs, like you said, there's going to probably be a lot more aggressive. The outcomes, there might be some star players that don't play as much. I wouldn't expect maybe Cole Carlson or some of the guys to play as much as you probably want them to do in a normal game. I know UW is taking a lot of their guys out. We won't know any of this game plans until the game officially starts. And also, there's no intermission breaks. It's going to be 60 minutes of pure hockey all the way through with a running clock. So there is no stoppages whatsoever. There's not going to be, if there's a fight that somehow breaks out, that the clock is still going to be ticking. A penalty to stop, the clock is still going to be ticking. And I think something we should bring up, Kate, is yes, in front of so many people yesterday, and it was an embarrassing loss. Do you think that the Cougars have that just in the back of their mind going to tonight's game, regardless if it doesn't matter a win or loss?
You know, we talked to a few of the players before the game, and some of them were very in their head about it. They want to win. They want to lock in this game and kind of get that redemption that they didn't exactly get yesterday when they've previously played against UW. But he did say that a few players, were joking, slacking off a bit. So maybe it's one thing to take into consideration that these players do know that this game is just a scrimmage. In the end, hockey is a game. It's meant to be fun, and these guys enjoy playing it. So I think that we're going to see a lot of that in this game. But I still think that knowing the UW organization, they are going to be winning. They are still going to be pressuring hard, as they did last night when they were still up 10-0.
Yeah.
They were killing the Cougs in their own zone and absolutely shutting them down on every single shot. And I just feel like knowing them, they're going to continue doing that today.
And with the goaltenders, the starting goaltenders, it looks to be Jonah Nash on the other side. If it's not Jonah Nash, it's going to be Cedric Ho. And both those goaltenders did not play last night, as it was Zach Reddy who got the shutout against the WSU Cougars, which is mightily impressive, stopping 21 shots. And on the other end, we kind of brought him up already, Alexi Cool. He did let in 10 last night and had, I think we want to say the math was around a 76 save percentage. That's going to make his save percentage obviously go down. But he's going to be fighting through an injury and playing in tonight's game. Because we talked to him later at the hotel before the games even started today. We talked to him. He said he needs to get his revenge. He needs to get out of his mind. Coach Lupinacci brought it up. You need to have that goldfish memory. This is an important kind of scrimmage. Like we said, it doesn't count. But WSU Cougars need to at least make this a close game. just for the second half of the season's sake of kind of getting momentum started. UW, I wouldn't be surprised if they're slacking off. I also wouldn't be surprised if this game kind of almost gets out of hand aggressively.
Definitely. And the thing about the goalies, like you said, is Alexi Cool wants to play this game, and he wants his revenge. But it's so important to remember that we have 3 games next week.
Yeah.
He needs to save his legs. You know, he said that it was a groin injury. And the thing about that is this is a scrimmage, and I know he wants it so badly. But if he is hurting, it is better to heal and put Wesley Martin in, as he got 3 shots last game and stopped every single one of them in his debut.
2 shutouts, one for both teams, I guess you could say. I know it was a 10-0 loss. But I kind of, what you're saying right there, I can kind of see both sides of the story of, yes, he's kind of hurt. He's practically the only goaltender we have with Drew Ramsey leaving the team. Unlike the other side, the Huskies have 4 goalies they can call up almost at every time. But I also think something in Alexi Cool's mind is, because he talked to us before, yesterday was the biggest game some of these guys will ever play in. This isn't guaranteed to play in the Toyota Center ever again. So I just think he doesn't want to take that for granted. And obviously letting in 10 goals with your only performance being at the Toyota Center is something you don't want to end off on, or even just have in general. With that being said, we're going to be doing the national anthem. Again, I'm Connor Simmons, joined with Kate Cherney in the booth. And here is KUGR Hockey.
We are back. This is 60 minutes of pure KUGR hockey. UW against WSU. They're going to send it into WSU's zone first after a regroup where it's going to be a battle in the corner between Sahovanen and 2 UW players. Cole Carlson goes in to support, pokes it out to the middle where UW's going to pick it up for a breakout, but it's stopped by 23 Luke Jurgensen. He's going to send it back where a UW player is going to pick it out and try and break out. We're again going to be stopped by defensemen and just dumped into the zone for a touch-up. UW defenseman passing behind the net, back and forth, looking for somebody to pass to, tries to make a pass to number 12. Again, stopped by Cougars and just sent back in where the goalie's going to glove it and give it to a defense.
And it looks to be Cedric Ho is the man in the net. It's not going to be Jonah Nash. Cedric Ho is the 3rd most games played for the goalies for Washington Huskies. And the Cougs are just coming out a little bit stronger, being a little bit more aggressive than the Huskies right now.
There's going to be a battle in the corner there. Number 92, Benjamin Lampman picking it up, trying to make a play and ultimately getting it out to one of their players who just sends it up high and into the zone where 91, Dominic Wolf, is going to pick it up. looking for a pass to number 77, Peter Konopka, and he's going to shoot it and score. Sorry, it looks like it's going to be number 2, Logan Maloney, from a pass from Konopka.
Well, I wanted to say WSU started off faster and better, but as soon as Washington got into the zone, immediately a pass across the way. Just, I don't know if that's because of the groin injury or what, but it seems like Alexi Cool didn't even react to it, and Logan Maloney quite literally has an empty net, and we are 3 minutes in, and there's already a goal in this game. UW up 1-0.
UW controlling the puck off the face-off, sending it into the Cougar zone where Lex Ballard was going to pick it up and just send it to a winger there, and the winger is just going to dump it in. And it is going to be an icing and sent all the way back down to the Cougars' defensive zone.
Something that might be brought up multiple times throughout the stream is obviously in the game itself is like icing calls right now. The clock's not stopped. So it probably every penalty, every kind of push, come to shove, every icing is going to take probably around 20 seconds. This is going to be a very fast game, and WSU, you have to strike back pretty fast and not let this get out of hand early on in this game.
28, Jake Ferguson loses the draw for UW, and WSU is going to send it out, but it still is sent to another UW player, David Patterson, making a regroup but can't get it, and David Bushkin is going to get it in the neutral zone and skate it into the ice, where then it is picked up by, it looks like possibly Hank Hamlet. No. That is going to be number 12, Max Lazaro. UW's going to pick it up in the Cougars' defensive zone at the blue line and try and keep it in, but Cougars' number 8, Ethan Maurer, is going to be able to pick it up, but he loses his stick and is picked up again, where they try to make moves around this goalie, but he's sent to the ground and pushed down over and over again, where UW's going to pick it up and try and get another breakout, where number 11 was going to pick it up, Cameron Irving, but number 28 now has it, Jake Ferguson again, but he can't make good passes, and Bushkin just tips it over to Hank Hamlet, who's going to try and make some moves in this zone, passes it to the middle straight into a UW player.
I'm just kind of surprised going back, I believe, is David Bushkin on the push. It looked like he was tripped right in front of the goalie, tried to make his move on Cedric Coward. Nothing was found, obviously, but I'm surprised. Maybe it might just be because of a scrimmage, so the refs are going to be a little lazy on the calls, I guess, or not as important on the calls, but here comes WSU pushing once again.
David Bushkin tries to get it again. Sorry, that was Evan King, but is pushed to the ice where he can't quite make anything happen. Number 18, it looks like, Brandon Smith is going to try and pick it up, but it is sent out of the zone and into the Cougar zone once again, where defense is looking to just kind of regroup it, where Cole Carlson passes it over to 18, Brandon Smith, just trying to make moves, but are getting shut down by UW's defense.
13 minutes and 3 seconds left in this first period. UW already up 1-0, 2-0 now.
12, Derek Yang making that goal, bouncing off a pad of Alexi Cool and straight into that net. Almost looked a little lucky there.
It kind of did. It was at a tough angle. I do want to say Alexi Cool was right on his left post, and he, number 12, just went 5 on him. Just out. Derek Young, man. Or Derek Yang, my apologies. Derek Yang was the one who scored. He just went 5 on Alexi Cool. He's moving just a little bit slower. I think it might be because of that injury, Kate.
Lex Ballard picking the puck up behind the net is going to get some pushback from some UW players, but he's going to gain support from Sahovinen and number 4. Cole Carlson's going to pick it up off the boards and send it cross ice, but UW's Derek Yang again is going to stop them and send it just back into the zone, where he's going to make a move and try to get it to somebody in the middle, but is picked up by Lex Ballard. Lex Ballard looking to make a move, but it loses it at his own blue line. Looking to make once again a regroup is Micah Clark, just behind his own net there, passes it over to Cole Carlson, tries to make a move through a player, but passes it to a UW player, where then he picks it up again in his skates, able to get it into the neutral zone, but it looks like there's going to be an intentional offsides possibly.
I didn't really see where the offsides came from. They called it on UW. Something I think we should bring up is we saw it a lot yesterday it just seems like the Huskies are faster than the Cougars. Whether you think we have a breaker or 2-on-1 forming, it just doesn't happen. UW is right there playing amazing defense or catching up to a UW or a Wazoo defender or wing, whatever it is. WSU just can't make enough moves to get past these Huskies.
Looks like Mullen was trying to get it out there but couldn't quite get it, so number 9, Lucas Robinson, is forced to recover it and gets it out to, it looks like a 33, Wyatt Perry. Wyatt Perry loses it to UW, where they're just going to try and make something happen to looks like number 91, Wolf. And he's going to look to make a pass in the middle, again back to number 2, but can't quite make it. So 77 is going to make a regroup. Peter Konopka skate it wide into the zone, just trying to make moves behind the net, looking some pass, 2 passes it to his defense. Back to Konopka, where he's met with 3 WSU players and is going to get some tension. Matthew Taylor trying to get it out there, but can't quite get it, and Konopka has the puck yet again. Sorry, that is number 34, Cameron Britt. And he's going to send it along the boards back to Ferguson. Sorry, Patterson. Patterson is going to try and make a shot, but it doesn't quite hit the net, and is going to get by WSU again, where they just are trying to send it out of the zone, and UW just keeps shutting him down. Patterson with the shot on net just goes wide. 12, Max Lazaro picking it up and just sending it down ice, where looks like number 5, Matthew Taylor, is going to be pressuring hard. Patterson behind the net can't quite make a pass. WSU picks it up and just tries it to the center, where Patterson is going to pick up the puck again and be skating it down the ice, looking to make something wide. Just throws a drop pass over to Britt. Britt tries to make a shot, but it is tipped into the netting.
Well, right now, UW is just dominating WSU in every fact. Even when WSU is trying to clear, they somehow can't clear it correctly. I know this is a scrimmage. I know it technically doesn't matter, but this is supposed to be your quote-unquote get back, and it's not looking like that whatsoever. It doesn't even look like UW's trying, and they're still getting so many shots up. It says they have 4 shots. They're hitting at a 50% clip right now on shots. WSU is just looking slower in every aspect of the game right now.
Consolo winning the puck back to his defense, where it's just going to be tossed up into the air and battling down low on the boards between 2 UW and 2 WSU players. The UW players trip over each other, and WSU is finally able to get it out, where number 22 tips it, Nico Umale tips it over to Cole Carlson, but again can't quite make it. Finally they get a shot on net, Sahovinen, but it is tipped off to the side, and it looks like there might be a call.
Hit the netting. The shot that Cedric Host saved, cleared out of the play from the Swing Sullivan, but a good opportunity right there for WSU. One of the best shots we've seen out of this whole entire weekend, or Friday night and Saturday here today. Just a good push. Last night, maybe a couple more pucks go their way with puck luck. Maybe you go from a 10-0 game to maybe 10-1, 10-2, but right now WSU needs to just keep on shooting and keep the pressure up.
Cole Carlson tried to make his signature toe drag move there, but it was just hit away to the defense, who just sends it into the netting again.
With 8 minutes and 30 seconds left in this first period, UW is up 2-0 on the Cougars right now, but Cougars on the left faceoff circle looking to maybe strike back.
There's a tie-up on this draw right here, but UW is going to win it and push it out of the zone, where number 12 is pressuring hard. That is Derek Yang. He's been a real standout player so far in this game, but WSU is able to get it out. Number 22, Nico Umale, fighting on the boards there. Just tries to push it in, and UW is going to recover it, with Van Rayner pushing hard there to try and win that puck battle. They just send it into the zone, tried to get it on net, looked like, but didn't quite make it. Looked like almost offsides there, but no one touched it, and it is going to be back in Cougar zone, where they just send it out. It is just back and forth today between these two teams.
Well, it just looks to be that, obviously, we're going to keep saying it, but it is a scrimmage, and a lot of the guys that you're seeing on the ice are usually guys that don't play. We've already seen Wyatt Perry, who hasn't stepped in a lot of games this year, Colin Keenan, a lot of other guys, and like we said, Cole Carlson, maybe Van Rayner, those top 2 guys in points probably aren't going to play as much. And that's going even for the UW side as well.
UW dumps it into the Cougars' defensive zone, with number 2, Logan Maloney, pressuring very hard, but it is just wrapped around the end, where number 5 for UW is going to pick it up, go D to D, and just send it into the zone, where Cougars' defense is going to kind of shut them down. Looks like WSU is able to pick it up. David Bushkin trying to make it through the Lampman's feet, but can't quite get it 21 loses the puck, and UW is able to skate into the zone. Maloney tries to take a shot, but it goes over the net on his backhand. Battle after battle, they're just trying to recover from these UW players taking the puck.
Well, right now it's really sloppy hockey between both teams. It's just not very entertaining to watch, and it's just like almost kind of sad. It just happens to be, as of right now, the shots on net have just been better opportunities for the Huskies, and it leads to 2 goals against Alexi Cool.
WSU is going to take the puck, number 23, Luke Jurgensen, just kind of skating into the zone, looks to make a pass to Bushkin, backdoor, but doesn't quite get it. Goes around defense, is able to skate in kind of and take a shot. Jurgensen back on the boards there with Bushy, battling at the feet there with UW. Another WSU player comes in. It is 3-on-2 in this board battle, just trying to poke at people's feet, maybe kill some time.
Well, no matter what happens in this game, it's killing time with the running clock. There's 6 minutes left in this first period. UW still up 2-0.
11, Cameron Irwin skating it down and in on his backhand. It looks like they're going to score. Number 6, I think, got that.
I believe they're calling it
5.
off.
Oh.
Or are they calling it off? No, they are. A lot of confusion. I don't think they are. They haven't counted on the scoreboard yet, but they're heading to center ice, so I believe it is going to be a goal. So at this point in the game, there has been more shots made by the Huskies than missed by the Huskies or saved by Alexi Cool. It is 3-0. And the goal goes to Cameron Irwin, as he's the one that, when he drove it kind of in, I believe it rattled off a couple defenders, maybe even at number 5, Daniel Mossgrave got in on there, but it is a 3-0 hockey game. Not even the shots are good for Huskies, but they're just happening to go in right now.
UW is going to look to make a breakout, and they finally get it. Tries to pass it over to Irwin, but Lex Ballard is able to stop it, making moves and getting it to Cole Carlson, making his signature toe drag. And he's going to send it up to a defenseman where they're just trying to get a shot on net, and Luke Jurgensen tries to tip it in there but doesn't quite get it, and is sent to the corner where he's going to pick it up again. There will be a penalty for hooking.
It was when Cole Carlson was trying to drive his toe drag, signature toe drag work this time, and all the defender could do, which I think is a smart play in this situation, because it would have been Cole Carlson, the best quote-unquote player on the Cougars right now, going one-on-one with your goaltender, and it was just a smart play. Takes the penalty instead. Clock is still ticking. 4 minutes and 15 seconds left in this first. The Huskies are up 3-0.
The penalty will be number 22, David Patterson, for hooking. WSU is on the power play. They're trying to run the power play and special teams that they normally do, but it doesn't seem like they're controlling the puck right now. They seem to be looking to make a breakout in their own zone, so Lex Ballard's going to pick it up. One of our faster defensemen skating it down the ice, looking to possibly just make a shot. He turns at the hash marks, tries to send it up to the defense, but is stopped, and UW is just going to send it out and into the zone for number 9, Lucas Robinson, to pick up, just wheel it around the net there, looking for someone to pass to, looking for a play to make. Gets it over to Cole Carlson, skating down the ice. He's going to skate hard, but it's going to be pushed away by number 44, Taylor Sloan. And they're just not looking very dominant right in here in the special teams. Lex Ballard is just going to send it down for Cole Carlson to pick up on the boards, where he's pushed off the puck by a UW player again and again.
It's cleared away once again. Just overall, just not a very good power play for the WSU Cougars. They're looking slow. I don't know if it's an intimidation factor, but right now it's like they can't even get set up. They're passing to the Huskies more than they're passing themselves. The passing are just off right now. They just need to try and get something going.
12, Max Lazaro trying to skate it down the ice, but is pushed off the puck. Sohovanen picking it up on the boards, again pushed off the puck. But he's able to maintain control of it, and it looks like Luke Jurgensen is going to just send it back down to Sohovanen, where he's just pressured again by these UW players. It's going to be a 3-on-2 again on the boards. Bushkin is able to send it out and up to a defenseman who's able to take a shot, and they're trying to get this redirected in front of the net. Rebound opportunities, but they can't quite get control. Luke Jurgensen's going to pick it up, have it behind the net, over to Sohovanen, and it's going to be tipped in by Bushkin. WSU goal!
With less than 2 minutes left in this first period, the WSU Cougars get a power play goal and make the lead, or make the chase a little bit less than it usually is. It's 3-1 now as they strike after a great goal by tip-in by David Bushkin. There's overall good job of setting up, and they finally just keep getting shots, as that is their second goal versus UW. The whole entire year, they're getting outscored 20-2.
UW wins the puck, and it looks like WSU is getting a little momentum as they win it back and just trying to send it into the zone. Hank Hamlet pressuring there, but is sent back. Number 9, Lucas Robinson picking it up, looking to make a D-to-D and just break it out. 18, Brandon Smith has the puck, but it loses it, and WSU is going to pick it up again, where they're pressured by 18, Anthony Endres, and he's going to get it into the WSU zone, where they're just making moves on Alexi Cool and in front of the net.
Honestly, that's what Alexi Cool needs to do, especially with he has a 50 save percentage on the dot right now, as there's 6 shots and the 3 goals have gone in for him. I know a lot of it can play with his injury. He's a groin injury, and that's a lot to play with, especially if you're a goalie. But just get those saves, calm the game down. It's 3-1. The Cougs did score, so they've proven they can score on Cedric Ho. So just keep slowing it down and keep it moving, with especially with the clock still ticking.
UW's going to get a shot on net there, but Lex Ballard is going to pick it up off the side and get it out of the zone, where he's just going to send it down, where WSU is going to be pressuring UW's defenseman very hard. There's a board battle there, but it's picked up. Lex Ballard just trying to make moves, but David Bushkin has it in his feet. Again, just being pressured really hard by number 19, Dylan McConnell. D-to-D is going to make a play, but David Bushkin again is picking it up in his feet, but it is sent out of the zone. David Bushkin again with the feet. He just sends it on down, and it looks like they might be looking for a line change as this first period ends.
And with that said, the first period ending, we're going to go to the second period, but it's just, there's going to be no intermission break, I want to say. Yeah, I want to say there's going to be no intermission break, so stay with us. It's going to be 1 minute. With UW out in front, 3-1 on the scoreboard, so we'll be back in about 40 seconds. Okay, with the second period about to get underway, this second period is going to be 18 minutes only, so not going to be a full 20 minutes, as there is a Americans game, Tri-Cities Americans game on right after this, so make sure to tune into that. It's not going to be on KUGR, but it's a still great environment hockey in Toyota Center. WSU was the last person to strike and get the puck into the goal, as they are only down by 2 goals now, and David Bushkin, who has the only goals this season against the Huskies. If that's a line for success, you got to keep bringing it if you're David Bushkin. 17 minutes and 30 seconds left in the second period. WSU's able to steal it. It's going to be Luke Jurgensen on the push with number 77, Peter Konopka, with puck possession, trying to clear it out. No, a WSU defender is going to be able to keep it in. Here comes a 2-on-1 break for the Huskies, though. Trying to get back is Melissa Hovinen, not usually a defender, passes out in front, tipped away. Good stick right there, as I believe that was Lucas Robinson who tipped it away, as he was the one defender on the 2-on-1 break. Stolen back again, up in front to number 92, Benjamin Lampman. He tries to back pass it, and it's cleared away. Huskies still with puck possession with 17 minutes left in the second. Clearing it back in front. Oh, a good little saucer move, a little Harlem Globetrotter action by Lucas Robinson. The defenseman can't get control on the stick. He's trying to clear it back in. He's got to wait for his player to get back, as Cole Carlson was just too far off sides. Huskies trying to clear back into center ice, able to get it to number 91, Dominic Wolf. He's battling against Lucas Robinson. Wolf looking to get a wrist shot, just high and over the shoulder of Alexi Cool. Doesn't hit the net. Here might be a 3-on-2 break. Bringing in is Nico Umale. Nico all by himself, wrist shot. Good save by Cedric Ho. Almost on the rebound was number 14, Cadence Kelly. Keeping in the zone was a defenseman of the Cougs. Nico out in front again, tries to center it to Cadence Kelly, just can't get a stick on it. Cedric Ho doesn't even touch the puck in that situation. And clearing it is the Huskies. Colin Keenan with a man on his side. Good job right there by clearing it back in the zone, but the Cougars have to reset. 60 minutes left in the second period. UW out in front 3-1 after the David Bushkin goal at the end of this first period on the power play.
It seems like so far, WSU has had a lot more momentum this period than in the first. They want this bad. They want to win this game.
Sometimes all you need is just a dam to break, and maybe that David Bushkin goal could be the one that lets the water flow. Number 11, Cameron Irwin, battling on the boards, looking for a defenseman of the Huskies. He's going to rip it on net. Doesn't even get to Alexi Cool. Good tip away by Colin Keenan of the Cougars. Trying to get out to Cadence Kelly. Can't get it to go. Number 8, Christopher Williams, sticks it down onto the net of Cedric Coe. He's just going to cover up and slow the game down, which is really smart if you're a goaltender in this game, especially if you're winning by more than one goal, as the clock's going to keep ticking no matter what. The face-off is going to be on the far face-off circle in Husky zone. 3-1 game. Huskies out in front by 2. It's going to be number 7, Brandon Consolo versus Matthew Taylor. Huskies are able to come out with it. Huskies at center ice. Going in all by himself is number 80, Ali, 89. Going at it once again. Ali battling against 2. Lex Ballard in another man. Tries to do a Michigan on Alexi Cool. Nothing can be found there. That would have been a really top 10 ESPN highlight of the day for the Huskies right there. Still battling a lot of turnover, just going back and forth, trying to do like some puck droppage. Just nothing seems to be working out too much for these teams, or can't get anything to go.
Seems like both teams are kind of sloppy with their play right now. We saw this a little bit yesterday, but not as much as today. It kind of just seems like they know that this is a scrimmage. They know that it's not worth much, so they're not trying that hard.
Which is something you don't want to see for the Cougars, because you got to get momentum. I feel like they should have that I don't care mentality of no matter what, we beat the Huskies at the end of the day. That's just something you need to build off of. Because the next time you'll play the Huskies will most likely be in the playoffs if both teams can obviously get equal wins, whether it's the first round or second round of the playoffs, of the Pac-8 playoffs. But you still need that confidence of we can beat this team. Bringing it all by himself is number 9. Tries to rip one on net, tries to go short corner. Nothing found there, though. Keeping it in the zone is the Huskies, though. Sent out back to number 9 again, Darren Morris. Morris tries to get it to number 7, Consolo. Morris and Consolo doing a little orange juice action, but can't be found with the passes there. Lucas Robinson trying to clear it. Clears the center ice. No one there, though. Coming in immediately is number 3, Drew Heiser. Heiser steals it after coming off the bench immediately. Heiser doesn't get a lot of minutes for this Husky team, so I wonder if we'll get some more in this scrimmage. The Heiser pass out in front trickles his way to a Husky defenseman. Trying to get Big Tipper tipped away. Nothing is touched right there. Clearing it back in. Huskies again with puck possession. Heiser loses puck control. Lucas Robinson sends it around the boards to a man. That is going to be, I believe, number 14, Cadence Kelly. Yes, it is. Bringing in Cougars finally get puck possession and clear it into Husky zone behind the net of Cedric Hope, where he touches it up at the Toyota logo. Huskies bringing it on the break. Going to be about 2-on-4 action for the Huskies. Trying to bring it in. It's going to be number 44, Taylor Sloan. Sloan battling against, gives it to a Husky wing, trying to maybe go backhand. Can he get it done? No, tries to make too many moves and stolen away by the Cougs, and a good clear, high clear by the Cougars defenseman. But Heisner bringing it back in immediately, not letting the Cougars rest for any second. It's cleared all the way to number 91, Dominic Wolf. Wolf behind the net of Cool. Tries to get it to his man Lampman. These two have been on fire this season. All the way to Logan Maloney, trying to get number 2, his second goal of the game. Logan Maloney shoots and covered down, glove saved by Alexi Cool.
You know, something about UW that I think is kind of killing the Cougars here is that they have amazing puck control. You know, they can make moves, they can get it through people's feet, which is something that WSU struggles with against UW, as UW faces the exact same moves from WSU. You know, it's always a toe drag, or it's just kind of a deke left, deke right kind of situation. But UW just continually gets the puck through our Cougar defense.
With 11 minutes and 50 seconds left in the second period, no goals so far in the game, or in the second period. 3-1, UW out in front. Maloney behind the net of his own goalie, swings it out, trying to get something moving all the way to number 91, Dominic Wolf, but he can't get it to go. Cleared away to number 19, Alex Lutenheiser. Lutenheiser getting some more minutes in tonight's game. A lot of these guys, this is some of their biggest games or biggest arena they'll ever play in here at the Toyota Center, home of the Tri-City Americans. cleared once again. It's going to be a one-on-one race won by the Huskies. It's going to be Peter Kanopika who rebounds the puck against Cole Carlson. Great pass right there to Lampman. Just didn't expect it. Lampman makes a move all the way to Maloney now. Maloney sends it up to his man. All by himself. Wrist shot. Good save right there by Alexi Cool into the netting as he seems to be hurting right now. I don't know if Coach Lupinacci will call Wesley Martin's number anytime soon as the ref's checking in on Alexi Cool as he's playing for Pride at this point.
It doesn't look like, Wesley Martin is warming up at all. He's kind of just still standing there on the bench, so it looks like Alexi is still going to be in net, which I'm sure can't be good for his injury right now.
It makes you wonder if in the near future, Alexi Cool is going to need a game off at one of these points, if Wesley Martin might be on the Thursday night game this week, but we'll have to see. Battle on the boards. Huskies are able to win it, but no, a good tip away by Cadence Kelly, but he can't control it. Enough of it to keep possession. Cameron Irwin sends it out in front, hits the skate of a Van Rayner. Battling is number 33, Wyatt Perry, against number 22, David Patterson. Just passing back and forth are the Huskies, not really rushing anything as of right now. Cameron Irwin going 1-on-2. Him versus Lexi Cool and a defenseman. Tries to make a move, goes backhand, no, lost it between his feet. First man to touch is Lex Ballard, who is tied for most goals by defensemen on this team, him and Keegan Lucas. Cameron Irwin gets the rebound behind the net of Alexi Cool. Tries to find a man out at the point. Rips one on net, tries to get a tip. Can't even touch Alexi Cool in the net. Cleared away. It's going to be Wyatt Perry on the touch. Just a little too slow on that one. Cameron Irwin pushing in once again, saying his name quite a lot. That's going to be offsides, and they do call it. So the Cougs going to have time to regroup. Lex Ballard tipped away on that pass. It's going to be number 16, Micah Clark. Sends around the boards once again. Great forecheck by the Huskies right now as Lex Ballard clears it. Can't get it out of the zone, though. All the way back out. A bounce puck finds Lex Ballard again, who makes a couple guys miss. Good moves by Lex Ballard right there. Going to center ice. Doesn't pass to Max Lazaro, who seemed to have a break right there. It was number 15. And a shot from half-court ice hits Cedric Ho. So that might be one of the first shots on net in the last 5 minutes for WSU. Pushing in once again. Number 19, McConnell. Shot on net, almost trickles its way by Alexi Cool. Cougars trying to touch it up once again. No. Number 9, Darren Morris. Tries to get a shot from the point, tipped away by the stick of a Cougar wingman. Again, pushing it up. Lex Ballard trying to go against them. No, it's Van Rayner. My apologies. No, number 21, Reed Mullen. My apologies. Clearing it up once again, Max Lazaro. Good poke check right there. Lazaro at center ice. Going to make two guys miss. Clears it into the zone, and subs are going to be made. Cedric Ho gets it on his stick. Matthew Taylor battling with another Husky. 3-on-1, and the Huskies are going to win. No. Cleared back in by Luke Jurgensen. Swung around the boards. Reed Mullen's going to be the man to touch it. Sends it around once again. Number 8 is going to be the man to touch it, though. Christopher Williams, and he's able to clear it or get it to a Husky to keep it going. Sloan all by himself, 1-on-1 with a defender. Around the boards, number 12. Derek Yang has a goal in this game. And a tipped puck hits the netting. And we're going to have to reset with 7 minutes and 45 seconds left in the second period. 3-1 game, Huskies out in front.
I will say that so far in this period, which we didn't see yesterday or in the first, is that WSU is having a lot better of puck control. They're skating it down a little better. They're handling the puck a little better. And it looks like there's going to be a goalie switch for UW here.
Yes. It's going to be, I believe, Jonah Nash is the man that comes in the net. So it looks like they wanted to do 50-50s, that they're up about the halfway mark as Jonah Nash gets some action early on as Luke Jurgensen is able to get a wrist shot out on Jonah Nash. So a goalie switch, which might be hurtful towards the Huskies or helpful. We'll have to figure out how it goes as the Cougs were able to sneak a goal in on Cedric Ho. Cole Carlson and a bad pass out in front. I believe that was Smosahov, and just a weak pass right there. Luke Jurgensen tries to clear it out in front. Smosahov and wrist shot. Jonah Nash is able to save it. Cougs on the press right now. This first line is doing pretty good. All by himself is number 12 now. Derek Yang at the point, looking for a man. Clears it out in front to Heisner. Heiser behind the net of Alexi Cool. Stolen away by Colin Keenan. A 3-on-3 action right there. Sent it out in front at the point, number 5. Daniel Musgrave tries a wrist shot, almost a backhand save as Lexi Cool was out of position right there on the rebound. Moving in all by himself is Luke Jurgensen, and subs are going to be made. Van Rayner will be the man on the forecheck versus Logan Maloney. He also has a goal in this game. 6 minutes left in the second period. Something we should also bring up is Lampman gets it stolen away. Dominic Wolf now bringing it in, is that the Huskies have less shots on net than the WSU Cougars, as they are losing by 5. The Cougs have 13 shots and the Huskies have 8, but yet that score reflects 3-1, Huskies out in front. Bringing in number 22, David Patterson. Patterson brings it in, moving, uses his wheels ability. Patterson all by himself, looks to get it to go, nothing. Alexi Cool saves it, doesn't glove it down, but he's a great save right there by Alexi Cool. 5 minutes and 40 seconds left in the second period, 3-1 hockey game still because of Alexi Cool. Did not look injured on that play. Nico Umale, as a glove falls off of Peter Kanapika as he gets the pass almost immediately. Good fast change right there. Dominic Wolf bringing it in. Nico Umale right on his wing. Keeping it going, stolen away. You might have Matthew Taylor on the reach. Matthew Taylor looking to go one-on-one. It's going to be Peter Kanapika, and he's going to clear it away. Still gets it on to Jonah Nash. Out in front, nothing is there, though. It's going to be Micah Clark battling against, if he doesn't get this, it's going to be 2-on-1. It's going to be offside. It's going to be called. That is the correct call. Almost a great opportunity right there as Matthew Taylor was almost one-on-one versus Jonah Nash. But a great play by number 77, Peter Kanapika, to stop any shot from getting on net right there. And it is still 3-1, Huskies out in front.
I said it once, I'll say it again. I think that Bushkin's goal gave them a little fire. They know that they can score. You know, Nash has got some fresh legs. He's still kind of warming up here. You got to get those rebounds. You got to get pucks on the net to score.
Darren Morris sends it out to a man in front, number 34, Cameron Britt. Britt has rustled a few feathers here on this Cougars team as he is known to be the trash talker here for the Huskies. Reed Mullen on the hip of a Husky like a pistol. Cameron Britt looking to bring out in front to Alexi Cool. Cleared away. Good defense right there by the Huskies and a great save by Alexi Cool. Max Lazaro saucers one all the way to David Bushkin on the far faceoff circle. Going to behind the net to his man out in front. Lazaro shoots it. Nothing is found though. Great save. Great sliding save by Jonah Nash there. Sends it back in. Nash clears it away. Morris now trying to clear out in front to center ice. Gets it to Cameron Irwin, who receives the pass from Britt. Irwin makes one guy miss, trying to maybe get a shot off. No, tipped away. Still with puck possession, though. Sends it behind the net to Cameron Britt. Britt looking for a man. Might pass it to the point. It is going to be the point. Number 9, Darren Morris. Sends it behind the net. Irwin, again, had a goal last night. Lazaro was able to steal it and clear it away. These Cougars are looking pretty tired right now. Subs might need pretty soon. David Bushkin clears it in. Jonah Nash is going to call icing, as they believe some of the Huskies on that bench thought it wasn't going to be icing, as they thought it was tipped by David Bushkin, but was 1 foot too far out, and we're going to head back to the other side of the rink. With 3 minutes left in this second period, 3-1 hockey game. Huskies still in front. No goals so far in the second period, Kate.
Yes, and there's still a lot of hockey to be played. You know, these guys are already looking a little tired. This is a lot of hockey without very many breaks. But thankfully, you know, they extended their benches a little. They have guys that playing that they wouldn't normally be playing. And honestly, right now, it's looking pretty good.
David Bushkin's clear to get some of the guys off the ice, which, like we said, looked pretty tired. Great clear as it ended up on Jonah Nash's stick. So the subs were made, bringing in all by himself. Number 7, Brandon Consolo. Consolo swings out to an open man of the Huskies. Looks to rip one on net. Good save by Alexi Cool. Cleared away. It's going to trickle its way down. There's not going to be any icing as they wave it off. Luke Jurgensen's going to be the man on the forecheck versus number 9, Darren Morris. Luke Jurgensen steals it, tries to get out in front, might have it. Almost a great opportunity. Cole Carlson, instead of shooting, tried to pass it to Smalusa Hovinen. Keep it in the zone. Cole Carlson rips one. Blocked away. Number 8, Christopher Williams gets in front of that shot, and it goes into the netting. With 2 minutes left in the second period, 3-1, Huskies still leading. Shots are 11 Huskies, 15 Cougars. First line out for WSU. Face-off 1. Number 3, Heiser, is going to be the man to grab it behind the net of Jonah Nash. Heiser looking for a man, looking to clear it. He does clear it. No, good job right there by the Husky, or the Cougars, to stick it down. Luke Jurgensen trying to keep it in. Him and Cole Carlson are battling against, but it's tipped away. Good job by number 12, Derek Yang. Cleared away once again, gets out into front, number 44. Taylor Sloan on the forecheck. Yang is going to get the rebound across the boards. Yang and Sloan looking to go back and forth with each other on the boards. There's a battle on the boards. 2 Huskies, 2 Cougs. Jurgensen with it, clears it to center ice. Huskies are going to regroup once again. Jurgensen tries to get a tip, can't touch it though. Heiser sends it to his defensive foe, all the way up to number 18, Anthony Andreas. Clears to no man's land as nobody's there, not even a Husky. Looking to bring it in is Heiser. Heiser going in all by himself. Heiser looks to get a shot, just too far on his stick. Yang rips one on net, tries to get a big tipper. Doesn't even hit the net of Alexi Cool. All the way out to number 2, Logan Maloney. Tries to send it out in front. Nothing there though. Cadence Kelly regroups, sends it out in front. Just another clear. It's going to be on the net of Jonah Nash, and he's just going to hold it with 25 seconds left. We'll see how fast the referee can drop this puck and maybe get a good opportunity for the Cougars to shoot it. Seems like it's going to be on the far face-off circle. Van Rainer's going to be in with it. Can we get a last-second shot? 10 seconds left. Not keeping it in the zone. Huskies looking fast. It's going to be Dominic Wolf. Can't get enough on it. Clearing it once again is Nico Umale. Maloney back out to Wolf. He can't get on his stick, and that is going to be the second period where we find no goals. A couple good saves, whether it was Cedric Coe or Jordan Nash, and then Alexi Cool is standing strong on the left side of this rink, as it is still 3-1 in the Toyota Center. Huskies out in front. I'm Connor Simmons, joining the booth with Kate Cherney. This is KUGR Hockey. We'll be back with you guys in about 45 seconds.
And we're back for the third period of WSU versus UW hockey. There will be 18 minutes on this clock for the third. It is 3-1 Huskies. Huskies are going to win the puck, try and head into their zone, but it's going to be stopped, and it looks like there's going to be just an offsides call right there to start off this third period.
And something that should be stated is that obviously with the Tri-City Americans having the game right after this, as the game should start around 6 o'clock, that there is no overtime regardless of what happens. So there's either going to be a winner, loser, or a tie. So there's WSU, if you're going to do anything, you need to at least get a tie and make it this 3-3.
Lampman trying to skate it down, sends a puck to the middle where it's just hit off by a WSU defenseman and sent back up to Konopka, up with the defense where he makes a D-to-D and back down low where somebody's looking for a backdoor pass, it looks like, and he's going to send it in. Goal for the Huskies. It's going to be number 2, Logan Maloney, for the 4th goal for UW.
Well, we're a minute in as there's 17 minutes left in this third, 4-1 game now. Logan Maloney gets number 2 of this game, which he probably doesn't like that it's a scrimmage. He definitely wants that to count towards his stats. But going back to the goal, it just looked like Alexi Cool was left out to dry. He didn't have any help right there, and he honestly didn't even know there was a shot going up, it looked like.
Luke Jurgensen sending the puck back down to one of our WSU players where he tries to send it to the middle, but the defenseman stops it, and number 11 is going to be skating down the ice, tries to get to number 22, but can't quite make the pass, so number 34, Cameron Britt, is going to pick it up. Sending it to the D, they're going to look to make a shot, but it just goes wide. Britt packing it back up on the hash marks, tries to make a move. He's to the spin move back to 11, but 11 can't quite get it. Cameron Irwin missing the puck. And the puck hit the net, so the play will stop for now. 16 minutes, 4-1 UW.
Cameron Irwin looking at his skate right now. He took 2 tumbles right there and looking at it. Might be an ankle or skate. He's looking at something at his left leg. That could be something towards the future of the Huskies, depending on how bad an injury could be, as he's a second line and had a great season so far for them this year.
Williams just poking the puck, trying to get in front of the net. Number 17, Beckett Brown, is going to try to send it on net, where WSU has just kept sending them off to the boards. Cole Carlson is going to try and pick it up there, but Williams is giving him a little pressure. Finally, number 21, Reed Mullen, is able to pick it up, and he keeps getting thrown off this puck. Williams once again going to try to pick it up, but Luke Jurgensen giving him a little pressure. Mullen again to Luke Jurgensen is just going to send it down, and looks like there's going to be some icing call.
15 minutes up in this third period, Cougars losing 4-1. You want to see more goals, obviously. It's one of those things that just, you got to get something to go. Get one of those cheap thrill wins. You know, like technically there was a 0-0 game, but I think the Cougars looked better in the second period, so I want to say they won that second period. Right now they're already losing, and it was a minute in.
Cole Carlson trying to get pressure on, but UW is able to get a shot off Alexi Cool. Alexi Cool is able to get another save from Williams on the point. Defense just keeps sending it in and trying to get those rebounds there, but it's going to be picked up by WSU. Looks like Lex Ballard, and he's just going to try and pressure these UW players down low. 23, Luke Jurgensen picking it up, trying to skate it wide. Van Rainer there to support him along with side Cole Carlson. Van Rainer's going to pick it up from a drop pass, but he's going to lose it to UW, where he's just still going to try and pressure. UW loses it at his feet, and Van is just going to send it back down for UW defenseman to make a regroup. Number 17, Brown, picking it up, looking to skate it, but he's being pressured by Cadence Kelly. Van is able to pick it up and just send it into the UW zone, where again, these defense are trying to make some moves, get something going. Consolo, the puck going to him, but he's not able to pick it up as Sam Hembry was pressuring him. It looks like the defense are able to throw UW off the puck, but they once again get it down low. Looking to wheel the puck around and make a shot is number 12, Derek Young, but he can't quite get it as Alexi throws him off of it. Tension in front of the net there, and it's just thrown off to the side, where WSU is just going to throw it down to the zone over to number 3, Heiser.
This is where we talked about just, we're going back about a couple minutes there, where I believed it was Lou Jurgensen, Van Rainer, Cole Carlson had a break. Sloan might get it. But going back on that 3-1 break, it comes back to, it looks like UW's the faster team. Obviously, they've been the better team this weekend, which could be true in just overall every kind of game this year. UW's just been the faster team. It doesn't look like the it factor is there for the Cougs right now.
As my coach would call this growing up, this is just dump and chase, sloppy hockey right now. Number 18 is going to pick it up behind the net. That is Brandon Smith, and he tries to skate it but loses it. 7, Hank Hamlet is going to pick it up and send it back over to number 18, Brandon Smith. Where there's just, again, tension from the net. Evan King trying to get control of the puck. Hank Hamlet trying to support him there on the boards, but they just can't get control of this puck right now. Smith down low against 2 UW players, and Heiser is going to get it on the boards and just send it down for there to be a battle between this UW player, number 91, Dominic Wolf, and our defenseman. UW's going to pick it up and try to wheel it around. That's number 2, Logan Maloney, the 4th goal scorer, I apologize, today. He's just going to send it to the defense, where they're looking for that tip in front of the net, which seems to be working for them in that last game against WSU. They're just trying to repeat what happened. Defense are going to get it, send it back down to the hash marks. Again, just being pressured. Lex Ballard is going to get the puck. He's going to try and skate it down, but he's cut off, pressuring this UW defense while the forward get a line change.
Well, Lex
Cole
Ballard,
Carlson picking it up in front, and it is stopped by UW, where they're going to get it and try and score on Alexi Cool, but he just gloves it down and is able to stop it as it is right in his chest.
11 minutes and 30 seconds left in this third period. UW out 4-1. But going back to what Lex Ballard had, almost had a break right there. He's one of the faster guys on this team. He's a defenseman, and it looks like he's the only one on this team right now with energy, as he was moving and he got pretty tired. You're not supposed to be doing that as a defenseman right there.
UW picks up the puck. That is number 11, Cameron Irving, picking up and wheeling it around the net as he's just skating through these WSU players. He's able to send it to the middle, where Alexi's going to stop it and send it off to the side. WSU is going to pick it up.
It's cleared away as the fan's going home with a souvenir. That's pretty cool right there. Maybe give it to a kid or something. But 10 minutes left in this third period, 4-1. And something on the defensive side that WSU should look into, you don't see this a whole lot, but it has happened multiple times throughout the season against UW, is that they get clumped together. You almost see 2 to 3 WSU defenders or whoever it is in the same kind of spot, and there's always seems to be an open Husky, which just always is going to lead to bad things, especially in this hockey.
Huskies pick it up on the hash marks, try to get it on net, but it's tipped off into behind the net. Irving there to support number 28, Jake Ferguson. 77, Peter Konopka trying to get a shot off there, but it goes off Alexi's stick. And again, they just are firing shot after shot on Alexi, which can't be good for this injury, like we've said before. Many board battles, but Jurgensen is able to pick it up right there in front of the net, kind of send it over to Carlson in his area, but Carlson is struggling to pick it up as UW's pressure continues. Cole Carlson there on the boards. Luke Jurgensen is able to just push it through. 22, Patterson picking it up over to Irwin. Irwin looking to just skate it down as he passes right by Britt, looking to make a move into number 7, where he shoots it on net, but it is just tucked right into Alexi Cool.
Well, Alexi Cool's doing all he can. Obviously, take it with a grain of salt. There's no stats going in this game, and this game technically doesn't even count. But he's still making incredible saves. Out of the 2 goals of the 4, only those 2, there's probably 2 that were actually beat Alexi Cool. He's still doing all he can with a groin injury. He's having a stupendous game still, regardless of what happens in this score sheet. But you can almost feel for him with how many A+ opportunities there is.
David Pushkin trying to make a pass there to Max Lazaro for a backdoor goal, but doesn't quite connect on it. Max Lazaro picking it up once again, trying to get it over to Matthew Taylor, but again, they just are losing control of this puck. Sam Hembry over to Bushkin, who loses it again to a UW defenseman. It looks like number 12, Max Lazaro, is going to try to control it, but he's pushed off and pushed down. Matthew Taylor there to the defense where they're going to lose it, and it looks like the ref is calling a penalty.
Second one of the game.
I'm not sure.
Is it a penalty or is it a?
Yes. It is going to be UW's penalty. It looks like number 89, Aman Ali.
Do we know what the call was? Might be just be roughing. Sometimes you're just pushing a little bit too hard.
I believe it might have been hooking.
Hooking, okay. 8 minutes left in this third period. 4-1 Huskies out in front.
UW's going to pick it up and just send it all the way down the ice for Alexi to possibly pick up and send it back out to Cole Carlson. Cole Carlson can't quite get it. Number 44 picking it up. That's Sloan. And we're just, right now, WSU is just trying to control this puck. Cole Carlson over to Lex Ballard looking to make a move, but he's just being pressured and pushed off the puck. Lex Ballard panics and sends it up to the defense, where the defense can't quite get control of it, and Van Rayner is just going to send it back down where they're going to need a touch-up as it would be offsides. Sahovinen trying to get the puck there but doesn't quite get it. Sam Hembry is able to pick it up, getting behind that net for a line change and for a regroup, sends it out to Sahovinen. Sahovinen looking to make moves, goes to center ice, kind of just warding these guys off the pucks, passes it over to one of his defensemen, and back down to Sahovinen where he tries to get it out front. Can't quite connect with anyone. Is sent off. Number 9 picking it up, Lucas Robinson, and back to Lex Ballard. Back to his D partner, and just for a shot on goal. Sahovinen picking it up behind the net. Number 9, Lucas Robinson picking it up, sending it back down to Sahovinen where he tries to send it to the middle, but UW's able to pick it up, kind of throw them off the puck, and they're just going to send it back down into the Cougars' defensive zone where Alexi Cool is kind of taunting number 91, Dominic Wolf, a little bit with this puck. Finally, WSU is able to send it out where number 2, Logan Maloney, is going to get it for UW. Make a D to D, and Heiser is just going to send it down once again. WSU picking up the puck. That's number 12, Max Lazaro, as he skates it through multiple defensemen. He can't quite get it, but he's passed back down by one of his wing partners, 24, Cole Carlson. Looks like Heiser or Maloney, I believe that's Maloney, is going to try to make some moves. Tried to pass it there, but can't quite connect on anything, and they're just going to be sent down for some board battles with Max Lazaro there. UW picking it back up, making moves on the hash marks, just trying to look for someone to pass to, look for a play, but D2D is going to get it and send it down on a slap shot. They're just trying to get shots on Alexi Cool right now. Shot after shot, number 92. Benjamin Lampman tries to make one, but it's gloved off by Alexi Cool. Amazing save for him. UW is going to wheel around the net, looking for someone right there. Heiser is going to try and get it, but is stopped. WSU picking up the puck. Bushkin trying to skate it down, but he's just stick lifted, and UW is going to get it again. Number 28 tried to skate it down there, but 23 for WSU, Luke Jurgensen, is just going to pick it up. Irwin there, number 11, trying to make something happen. Backdoor again, but Alexi is able to stop it.
Alexi Cool has made multiple great saves in this third period. There's 5 minutes left in this third. We have them back to 5-on-5 hockey for about 2 minutes now. The Cougs couldn't get their second goal of the game on the power plays. They would have been 2 for 2, but instead they are now 1 for 2, and they're down 3 goals. In this third period, the Huskies have taken over the shots on goal stat as they are now leading 24-19 with 5 more goals over the WSU Cougars. 4 minutes and 45 seconds left in this third, and 5-on-5 hockey. Nothing was found on the Cougars power play.
UW's going to win this faceoff. Irwin's going to send a D2D over to Konopka, but Konopka's just going to try and send it over to Bray, who can't quite get it and sends it off. He's going to get trapped against the board there and try to make some moves where he just sends it in front of the net for WSU's defenseman to pick up. It looks like number 18, Brandon Smith, is going to pick it up, where he's just battling with his UW player right there, trying to make something into the zone. 25, Sam Hembry, is going to pick it up and just dump it into UW's defensive zone. 22, David Patterson, picking it up there behind the net, looking for someone to pass to, looking for a play to make. He sends it to number 77, Peter Konopka, and it gets sent back into the zone for David to pick up once again. 77 Konopka there, getting pressured from Hank Hamlet and Matthew Taylor, but Irwin is just able to get it out, and he's skating fast down the ice as he makes a move through his skates. 34 there to support him, that's Cameron Britt, but they can't quite make anything happen as it's just pushed along the boards. UW's going to send it back up to their defense. Defense trying to get a shot, but it goes quite a little wide. Konopka there dropping down to pick up Matthew Taylor, trying to support there, but doesn't quite get it. And Consolo is going to try and send it, and Alexi gloves it easily.
Well, a slap shot from Consolo looked like a pretty easy save for Alexi Cool as he stands up, gloves it down. Looks like he's playing catch with dad outside. He made that look really easy. 3 minutes left in this third period. WSU is down 4-1 in this scrimmage.
Consolo back out on the ice is going to take this face-off, but loses it as Cole Carlson skates it up the ice with pressure from number 8 from UW. He's just going to try and push him off wide. Gets it behind the net, but he's thrown off the puck a little bit, needing a little support there from Samuli Sahovanen. Sahovanen looking for something backdoor, can't quite get it as UW's number 8, Christopher Williams, is there to pick it up and send it out of the zone for Brown. Brown looking to take a shot, just sends it right into Cool's stomach and is sent off where Consolo tries to pick it up, but is sent back down, and WSU's defenseman is just going to send it back down once again. Sahovanen picking it up, clearing it into UW's zone for number 9, Darren Morris, to pick up. He's going to look to make a play to number 17, Brown. Brown getting thrown off the puck by Cadence Kelly for WSU, but can't quite get it as Yang skates it down the ice and makes moves around these defensemen. Williams getting it, making moves once again around Evan King, just skating back and forth, stops and starts. 12, Yang is going to send it back down, where they're just going to keep pounding Alexi Cool with these shots as WSU's defensemen let them.
Like we talked about it so many times, Alexi Cool is playing through an injury right now, and he's still making so many good saves. He's keeping this. I know the game's almost out of reach at this point. There's a minute, 30 seconds left, and you're down by 3. But Alexi Cool is keeping this game at least manageable. He's made so many amazing saves, and he just isn't getting any help right now.
Sloan winning the faceoff back to his own winger, but his winger is going to lose it on the boards as it looks like Cadence Kelly is trying to pressure Yang and throw him off this puck. Looks like Lex Ballard right there, and it looks like there will be, I was offsides, I'm sorry, but it has been cleared, and Yang is back in and pressuring Lex Ballard, they're picking it up for Cadence Kelly as he picks it up and just tries to clear it and sends it right to UW's stick.
Well, the seconds are ticking. If you're WSU, maybe try to just get one more goal, have a mindset in your mind where last goal wins.
There's 40 seconds left in this game. It is 4-1 UW, and there will be an icing call, which is a rough way to kill time.
Yeah, especially where the clock doesn't stop. We're going to probably get the puck drop around 20 to 15 seconds left in this game. It does help that it is in Husky zone. If you're the Cougars, maybe get a couple slap shots. You got Micah Clark and Lex Ballard out there.
There is 15 seconds remaining as nobody really knows where this puck is, but UW is able to pick it up out front. Bushkin clearing it back into the zone, trying to get a shot on net there. There's almost a backdoor opportunity, but can't quite get it as number 16, Micah Clark, picks it up and sends it back over to Lex Ballard, and Lex Ballard just clears it in for the end of the third period.
Well, that is it for the scrimmage as the Tri-City Americans are about to have a game in about 1 hour, so everything's got to get cleared off pretty fast. They're going to do their handshakes. We have to move, obviously, pretty fast, so it's going to be a quick little post-game we're going to have right here, but just the overall great weekend. I know the WSU Cougars wanted a better outcome than that as they've been outscored 14-1 on this weekend, but just the ability they've talked about so many times to play here in the Toyota Center, what an amazing experience it is. The biggest Pac-8 game of all time. Yes, you're on the wrong side of that game, but you're also a part of history, which is just an overall really good experience. I know a lot of these guys, this might be last night's game might be the biggest game they ever play in. The scrimmage gives some of the opportunities to the guys that have been scratched and haven't played a lot throughout the year. So just overall, you're happy for every single one of these players, whether you're the Huskies or the Cougars, and a good overall experience for both colleges. With that in mind, though, the Cougars have a massive road trip coming up as they have 3 games this next week, Thursday and then Saturday and Sunday, and it's not all in the same place. The one's in Montana. What are your thoughts going into next week's games, Kate?
You know, honestly, if I was WSU, they kept this game pretty close. They had a really strong second and a very strong third period. Comparable to yesterday, the score is a lot better. You know, 10-0 versus 4-1. I would take the 4-1.
Yes.
So they got to be feeling at least a little good. You know, Alexi Cool, he had a much better game today. Fighting through that injury is absolutely commemorable, and that's insane. But, you know, coming into next weekend, I hope that Alexi will play. I hope that that groin injury is not going to impact his ability. But, again, you never know. Hockey, it's unpredictable.
Yeah.
But I think that they got to be feeling pretty good going into next weekend.
Oh, and no doubt about it. And obviously, we can talk about the Huskies. Now, the Huskies, who are ranked the third team in the division right behind Western Washington and Cal Berkeley, those are the Huskies look like probably the best team, especially this weekend, look like the best team in the last games they placed against Western, because they even outscored Western 13-1 in their series. And now, I know the second game didn't count, but 14-1 versus WSU. That's the 1 seed, and then the 4 seed they just beat by a combined around 26-2. They are looking like the number 1 seed in this division, which they want to have, especially coming into the playoffs. They're looking dominant. They're starting to get hot at the right time. With WSU, now you know this is what the 1 seed looks like, the 2 seed looks like, the 3 seed looks like. This is one of those games where you got to understand that this is what the better teams, if you want to survive in the playoffs, maybe you get past round 1, and then you're going to face one of these most likely 3 teams, whether it's Western, whether it's Cal Berkeley, or whether it's Washington University. That's the standard you have to hit. I know WSU's still growing. They're a little behind, maybe in recruiting, whatever, but I know these boys can get it done. Obviously, a great opportunity heading into classes this weekend. They got some stories to tell. With that in mind, American Tri-Cities have to get underway. Again, thank you guys so much for an amazing weekend. We are sorry about the technical difficulties the last couple of days. I'm Connor Simmons, joining the booth with Kate Cherney, and thank you guys so much for watching KUGR Hockey. We'll be with you guys next Thursday night.